Hi, everybody, and welcome. Today, we are going to talk specifically about self-care for active women, runners in particular, because we tend to hammer our feet and our legs. And today, we're going to be talking about how to do heat therapy and a little bit of massage therapy on the toes, because as those extremities on our body, it's hard for them to get that fresh blood pumping through. So all you need for this video is some kind of either a lotion. I've got a specific foot lotion I use for my podiatrist. And it doesn't matter. Just get something to lubricate a bit and we'll get the massage going. And yeah, and and if you have a heat implement as well, that is also helpful, like a hot water bottle or a heat bag. So get that nice and warm, and we'll do a quick 5-minute or so self-care hit. All right. Well, hopefully you've been able to get what you needed now. First, we're going to start off by massaging the toes. So I'm just going to take some lotion, if I can get it. Some lotion, give it a good rub in. And we can start by going down on the foot. Really starting to lubricate it up a bit. And we can go into the big toe and start rubbing around the two joints to loosen it up a little bit. And that middle toe, just over the surface with your thumb. And the fourth toe, which has lost its polish at this point. And then finally, the baby toe. And next we want to kind of pull a little bit, almost like you're turning a door handle with each toe, or like a bit of a... And then the next one just loosens them up a bit. And finally the last one. And then we want to go ahead and do a pull. On each one, pull, 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 pull. And then we want to go on the underside and do some massaging under the big joints on the top of the foot, going all the way across to the outside. And going all the way up on the pad of the toe as well. Coming back down and in the middle and down and in the middle and down and in the middle. And then finally that baby toe and straight up the back. Now if you can do some pulling at the top of the foot on the outside, that'll help as well. Perfect. And we'll finally finish off with a little bit of fingers in between each metatarsal here, really giving that last bit of surface massage. Brilliant. So before we switch to the other foot, I want you to go ahead. I'm going to take my nice cozy socks off here. But for the other foot, I want you to take your heat implement and kind of drape it across the foot while you tuck it away, and that will just encourage that heat and blood flow and movement to get fresh blood down to those toes to make sure they don't injure themselves. Okay, so for the other foot, go ahead and get your lotion. Rub it in and start by doing the downwards motion on the feet. Do have to say, it is kind of awkward sitting in this position. But I guess for a foot massage, you don't have much of a choice, huh? Okay. Just loosening up those joints and muscles. Now I think I personally have a problem in this upper joint up here because it is quite stiff all the time and I can really feel it. So we want to go and do our light twisting with each toenail, starting with the big toe, which is actually quite difficult to do when you have a lot of lotion on it, but let's give it a whirl anyway. Twist, twist, twist. Loosen up that toe joint. And finally the baby toe. And then we come back and we do a little light pulling. Second toe. Third toe. Fourth toe. And fifth toe. Okay. And we still have our heated foot over here before we go to the underside, and I'll try and show you the bottom here. So remember, going across the bottom. And we want to go up onto the back of each toe and the top if you can, because it'll encourage blood flow on the top and the bottom. And then doing the stretching. Top and the bottom. Stretching. And then the third toe up to the top and down again and up and down and stretch. And that fourth toe. And finally, that fifth toe. Great. And finally, you're going to do some gentle rubbing up and out. And finally, on the top, we want to do the fingers in between each metatarsal to really give it that last bit. Great. Oh, brilliant. I know my feet feel better from that. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is tuck them both underneath there. And we'll keep the heat on for a couple of minutes. Take some nice deep breaths. And just try and get some rest. It'll encourage the blood flow, which ultimately encourages healing. It means that you don't have problems in your toes, especially if you run as much as I do. Well, there you have it. If you're in a comfortable place, I'd say stay for a bit longer. Stay for another 3 or 4 minutes if you can, with your feet underneath the heat element, which will encourage the blood flow to that part of the body, which helps with healing. It helps keeping your feet youthful and supple and just everything you want, really, in looking after your toes. Because even if you don't run, I mean, look at toes, and they're some of the hardest hit area of our body. So if you enjoyed that, I'm going to keep my toes under for a bit longer, but if you enjoyed that, feel free to check out the rest of my YouTube channel where I have lots of self-care videos for runners specifically and people into their fitness, and just making sure that we self-care for ourselves so that we stay injury-free and keep enjoying the things that we love doing. So I'll see you in the next video, and don't forget to subscribe if you liked it or give me a big thumbs up. Thanks. See you soon.